Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight for Tessie and Lacey. So I actually had the privilege, I'm going to say, of just getting to know Tessie and Lacey very briefly in a focus group that we happened to be placed in together. And all of a sudden last month, Tessie Carter's talking about going presidential. And I was like, who's Tessie Carter? I want to know all about her. And then I found out she went from double to presidential last month, and her sister Lacey went from double to triple. And I love that they're sisters. And so I'm just going to let them tell their story. And I'm just like, I'm so excited and I'm so grateful that you guys took time out of your Sunday night to come and chat with us. So Tessie, I'm going to turn it over to you and you should be able to unmute yourself.
Okay. So first I'm going to say we're having an unexpected first time sleepover at our house tonight. So if you hear kids hollering in the background, they're okay. They're just a little bit excited. We've never done this before. And they're having a ball in there. And I'm like, can y'all keep it down, please? So, okay. Hi, you guys. My name is Tessie. And I am from South Louisiana. And, prior to this business, I was a stay-at-home, work-from-home mom. I have 2 kiddos. I'm married. Paisley's 5 and Parker is 3. I had to think about it. And before this business, fortunate enough, we didn't have any debt. We were able to take our kids on vacations and do fun things with them. And, we were able to save a little every month, but that was it. It was just a little. And I started following Kelly Brown on Instagram, and she was, saying how she was, she retired her husband. They were a full-time stay-at-home family to 3 little girls. And every single time I would see her post for 14 months, I would read it to my husband and I'm like, this is insane. Like, I don't understand. This has to be fake. Like, what is this? Like, and he was like, what are you going to do about it? And I was like, nothing. I'm not doing anything about it. Like, I'm just reading. He was like, no, like, what are you going to do about it? Well, then she started reaching out to me, and I would comment on her giveaway post for Host to Post, and she would send me the message and I would leave her on read. She did it 3 times and I'd leave her on read every single time. And then she started messaging me about joining the business, and she messaged me twice. And then on the 3rd time, I was finally like, okay, no, on the 2nd time, I was like, okay, what is it? Like, I don't understand. Is this real? Like, all the things, like, is it real? Like, what do you do? So she told me a little bit about it, and I still like left her on read. Even after that, she explained everything and I was just like, okay, cool. And that was it. Like, that was the end of the conversation. And then last February, she messaged me and was like, look, it's $20 to join. Do you want to give it a shot? I think you'd be great at it. And I was like, $20. Okay, cool. So I told my husband, and he was like, for $20, like, absolutely, you better join. As much as you read or post to me, you better join for $20. So I was like, okay. So February 9th of last year, I joined the business, and I had 0 Facebook. Like, I didn't exist in Facebook world. And she was like, okay, well, let's get you started on Facebook. And I was like, oh, okay. We're going to do this. Like, my family's always wanted me on Facebook and always said no, but we're going to jump in. We're going to get a Facebook, and we're going to be like, hey fam, I got a Facebook and an online business. So I was so scared, you guys. I was like, what are they going to think? Like, what? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to expect, but I knew she was successful, and I knew, I wanted to be successful. I came in hoping for just an extra $200 to $300 a month to put Paisley in tumbling. She was in dancing and wanted to join tumbling. And then after that, it was going to be able to save. Seeing Kelly post about being like, a full-time family, I knew that wouldn't happen for us. Like, my husband just wouldn't quit his job, but to be able to save, like, it got us thinking about the future. Like, what were we going to do for our kids for college? What were we going to do when they need cars? What were we going to do when they got married? Like, we wouldn't have enough saved for that, because at the end of the month, there wasn't that much to save. So I was like, it'd be nice, just a few extra $100 a month, put her in tumbling, save the rest, So I jumped in, got a Facebook, did all the things. She got me started on Host to Post to grow my network, and joined February 9th. March, I double promoted to Ruby. April, double promoted to Diamond. And May, I went double Diamond. Got all the bonuses, brought my husband's account to Diamond, and then sat there, never lost rank, maintained rank all through the year, but never had the push to want to go triple, because for me, that wasn't possible. I didn't think I could be a VIP triple leader. I was like, oh, triple will never happen to me. That's like full-time 6-figure income, and that's just not going to happen, right? So come January, heading into conference, I was like, I really want to be VIP triple for conference. So I was like, I'm doing it. And it didn't happen in January. Got back from conference, wanted it to happen. It didn't happen in February or March. And April, I was like, you know what? It's just time. Like, I'm ready. I want to take my team VIP triple. We're going to do it. So in April, I still don't even know how. I still can't wrap my head around what exactly happened, but we just flew right past triple and we just landed at Presidential Diamond last month. And then here we are today.
I love that. And as soon as you started talking, I thought, oh my gosh, is Kelly Brown her enroller? Like, you remind me of her.
Really?
Yes. And I adore her for so many different reasons. She's
She's
wonderful.
awesome.
Okay, that's incredible. So joined for $20 and you've been in a little over, so a year and 2 months?
Yeah, 14 months.
Okay, 14 months. Okay, Lacey, I am going to turn it over to you because I want to hear how Tessie got you into this.
So my story is a little different. I thought Tessie was crazy. And I was like, oh Lord, she got into one of those businesses again. Okay, so she's like, no, you're gonna love it. Like, just try the coffee. And I was like, I don't even drink coffee. Like, I hate coffee. Why would I try the coffee? Like, I'm not gonna sell this product. I hate coffee. So started trying the coffee, and like within like 2 weeks, I lost 8 pounds. And so whenever she joined the beginning of February. So I had become a customer within 2 weeks. Now at the end of February, she was like, okay, well, I bought like $250 worth of stuff. The chocolate greens, the mocha cup, like everything. I just bought it all. I was like, I'm going to be your biggest customer, but I'm not going to sell. And so after I got all my products and I started losing the weight, and she's like, okay, well, it's only $20 to join. Why don't you just become a seller? And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I told her no, like multiple times. I didn't go over to the house as often just to like avoid having her ask me again, are you ready to sign up? Like, are you? And at the time we didn't know that the company was kind of famous for extending things. So on the last day of February, she's like, it's only $20. It's going to end tonight. Like, are you signing up? And I was like, okay, fine. I'll sign up, but I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to post anything. Like, I'm just going to sign up for you, whatever. So in March, whenever she like double promoted to Ruby and started like posting how she's gonna make $500, I was like, well, I mean, maybe I could post. Like, okay, so what do I gotta post? She's like, okay, so post this. So I did like all the things wrong. So I told her no multiple times. I told her I wasn't gonna add friends. I wasn't gonna post. I was doing host to post all wrong. Like, I wasn't adding any friends. Like, I was literally the worst person to like take direction from. But I feel like because she was my sister, like I just felt like there was certain things that I was like, I'm not gonna do that. It's fine. Don't sign me up for that. I know. So now like a year later, I'm seeing some of the posts and I was like, ooh, I wouldn't want me on my team. Like, I was just so bad. So whenever she promoted, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try this. So I didn't really start doing anything until like end of March. And by June, I had promoted to Diamond. And I kind of just sat at Diamond for like a long time, like until January. I was uncomfortable. I have a full-time job at a childcare center here at the university. And so I work a full-time job, and I was matching my full-time income. And I was like, this is great. Like, I didn't expect to make $100, much less a comma in my paycheck. Like, I'm good. I'm chilling. So they started talking about, like, I had gotten the $10,000 diamond bonus. So whenever conference came around, everyone was just so excited about bonuses are going to come back and they're going to be bigger, or all this stuff. And I was like, well, if I did it one time, like, I can do it again. Tessie was double diamond. I was like, well, I know it's possible. Like, I know it's real money. I mean, I see it. So at conference, I actually promoted to double diamond. And then I kind of just had the fire, and I was like, okay, well, we're just not going to stop. Like, we just pushed to triple, and now we're pushing a price. So that's what this month looks like.
I love it. So you're going prize this month, correct, Lacey?
Yes.
Yes. I hear
Yes.
you. I hear you, and I feel you. I feel you right here in my heart. Okay, awesome. Love that. So sisters, and do you guys have any other siblings?
Nope.
No. Okay, just the two of you. Okay. So let's jump into like promoting and what that looked like last month, and how was last month different? Maybe like different things that you did differently. Let's start there. Tessie.
Okay, so last month was, I'm so thankful I started journaling. Kelly was like, Tessie, you really need a journal because so many people are going to want to know what happened last month and you're not going to remember because it was a big blur. And it 100% was. I think I've done enough Zooms to where it's like now I remember, but like I would have to read it so much from my notebook that I wrote it in, not really a journal because I don't journal. It's in a notebook. But last month was like, it was just, I don't know, just a ball of excitement. Like that's what it was. And really, I think the only difference was we really expressed how important Host to Post was to our teams, because we have girls that have been with us since May, April, June-ish that never completed a Steps to Success, or, we're just still executive rank or like distributor rank. One was like a Ruby rank, and they just never completed a Steps to Success, and that was as far as they had come, even though they pushed. Last month we had a ton of girls just decide. They were like, I just decided. And I'm like, okay, sometimes I don't even know what that means. Like, what do what do you mean? But last month, that's just really what we did. We just stressed the importance of Host to Post and how much like getting your 10 up a day and, doing all the things, hopping on power hours. And we just stayed really, really, really excited about Host to Post, because we all know sometimes Host to Post is not exciting. Like sometimes it's dreadful. Sometimes you don't want to do it, but it's one of those things that you've just got to get going on it and just put your head down and do it until it explodes. And doing it overwhelmed is good. Like it might not feel good, but being overwhelmed from Host to Post is what you want. You're getting new potentials coming in. You're talking to new potentials, whether it's, a customer or a distributor. Being overwhelmed from Host to Post is a good thing. And that's what we kind of stressed last month, the importance of it. And like posting so much giveaway until your phone explodes. And girls were messaging us, oh my goodness, my phone's exploding. I'm overwhelmed. And I'm like, okay, that's good. And they're like, is it really? And I'm like, yes, that's a good thing. Doing it overwhelmed, like that's what you want. So we had girls last month that we thought it was the last month for bonuses. So like they just got so excited. They decided, we got excited for them. They were all pushing for double promotions, and they just did Host to Post consistently every day. And we had girls that we had 42 promotions last month on our team, and 18 of them were double promotions. And it was some of our girls that had been with us since those, May, April, June, that double promoted. They completed their Steps to Success. Some completed 2 of them. And it was just a good feeling because it was girls that had been with us from the beginning that didn't give up. They didn't quit. They kept pushing. They kept doing the things. They kept getting consistent and like really listening to us that you're going to promote by doing Host to Post. And that's exactly what happened. We just kept the excitement going. We did a thermometer for like a goal, and I went live every single morning and did the thermometer and just kept them really excited. And this book completely changed me and my business last month. Draw the Circle. And then like in the mornings I would read this first. Like I'd read my day first, and I'd always, of course, have highlights in it. And then I would go off of that to tell my team. And just like, I was praying for them. I was praying for their business. And like, I think that side of them, they've never seen of me before. You know what I mean? But like this book just completely changed me last month. Like as a leader, as a person, like completely changed my life. So, and I think they saw that shift, and that's what just got everybody just so excited. We were just like a big team of excitement, and we have a big local team. And we do monthly meetings every month. So with this quarantine, like we weren't, able to do that. So I think last month brought us together so much, and we were just so excited, and we talked nonstop all day. And it kind of like brought back that togetherness, closeness feeling that we normally have, and just kind of grew apart because of quarantine and couldn't do it. But we just really rallied together super hard. We grabbed hands. We talked to every single person every day as much as we could. I'd be like, okay, Lacey, did you talk to so-and-so today? Like, did you talk to so-and-so? How close is she? How far is she? Like we just, I don't want to say stayed on top of everybody, but we just kept them excited. We kept messaging them because, you're going to have days where you get discouraged, you get down. Like, people have those days. And if somebody wasn't there for me when I had those days, that day would turn into like a 2-day or a 3-day, so we just stayed messaging our girls every day throughout the day. Like, okay, you just got this LC, you have XYZ left until you hit Ruby or until you hit your double promotion, or, just staying on top of them and just being excited all month. It was tiring. It was long days. It was up at 6, going to bed at 12:30, 1 o'clock, but we got the job done. And, we just rolled with our excitement. Sleep wasn't an option. That was like out the window, and we just rolled with it.
Awesome. Okay, Lacey, from your view, because I'm sure you are sisters, but I'm sure you have similarities and differences. Like, what was your viewpoint on going double to triple last month?
So I don't know. It was exciting. But I think because like I wasn't over the whole thing, like I wasn't kind of aware of how like close we actually were. And I don't even think Tessie knew that Prez was an option until like mid-month. Maybe even a little after that. Like we weren't really focused on our promotion so much. Like we literally swam down all month long. Like people would ask me, what are you going? I'm like, well, I'm going triple, but I don't know. Like I have other people that like I was more worried about. Like I was like, okay, I know they're close to their promotion. Like she's going diamond, she's going ruby, she needs 3 rubies. Like everything on everyone else's charts was in my head. And so like whenever triple happened, and I was like, well, that was easy. Like, I mean, not easy, but like everyone else's promotions kind of like meant more to us. And like, that's what we just kind of kept speaking. Like we're doing this, like we don't really need the extra money. Like this promotion is great and all, but we're wanting you to get to Ruby, or we're wanting you to get to Emerald, like because we know that it's changed our lives. Like we wanted that for our team. And I think they kind of like really felt it last month, probably more than ever, because I think it meant more to us last month for some strange reason. I don't know. Like it's just like everything clicked. And we're like, okay, no, like these people need these oceans. Like we need to make sure that they understand like what it's going to do. Like we were like, okay, picture yourself like getting $500. Like what is that? Like how do you feel? Like, what's that going to do for you? And we kind of just like spoke vision to them, I guess.
I love that. I love the different perspectives. Okay. So you guys talked about host to post. Are you using the tracker, the Amy Spence tracker? Okay. And that's what you're teaching to your teams, I'm assuming. Okay. So yet another confirmation. If anybody had any question at this point, if host to post works or if the tracker is helpful, it is 100% helpful.
I think that's really the only reason why we actually did it. So we set a goal of 50,000 to hit. Just a goal of 50,000. And Kelly was like, if you do 50,000, you're definitely going to hit triple. And then you're going to be over that. Like you might possibly go presidential in the works, but then you have so many teams double promoting outside of your triple promotion, and that's when I was like, you know what, we've got to I know like we both started using the Amy Spence, and we had another strong leader that was using the trackers too. But I was like, we've got to like push this to our teams. Like, this is what you have to do. And we would do like screenshots of it at night and send it in our message groups for like accountability. Even if you didn't hit the 10, show us what you got. Like, and it just made us feel like, oh, okay, well, so-and-so got 12 up today. I only got 7. So tomorrow I was working hard. Like, tomorrow I'll work harder towards it. So I felt like that was like, I don't want to say a competition, but like in a way it's like some people needed that, that accountability for it. So as a group message, that's what we did. And I think like 100% that's how it was done, was using those trackers and getting everybody on board with them.
Awesome. I had a thought and now I'm losing it. Okay. Host post with cause I know you promoted to triple before the 25th. Tessie.
26th.
The 26th?
The 26th.
Okay. And then, so did you promote to presidential on the last day or the second to last day?
8:30 p.m. the last day.
Okay.
And we kept going till midnight.
Okay. All right. So because there's a lot of people on here that I think are pushing for a promotion or a double promotion or the 500 club even potentially. And we'll share this recording with our teams. what is because we're looking at the last week now of the month, and we teach, the Host Post Tracker, but what is your best piece of advice for this last week?
So,
or pieces of advice if you have multiple.
So, of course, like the last few days of the month, one of my girls she was pushing for Emerald, and she went through her Connect, which we're really big on going through our Connect app and messaging. And at this point, when we kind of decided as a team to do it, was like, I think like maybe 2 or 3 people kind of did it on their own. I don't remember if Lacey was one, but I know my Emerald was definitely one of them at first to kind of go ahead and do it. Lacey's usually the one to say, hey, let's message and connect first. I'm like far from even thinking that, but it was BOGO Coffee and Thermophyte XX had just came out. So we sent a script about, the BOGO and the Thermophyte XX through Connect, and that brought in a ton of API orders, like a ton. And I mean, the Skinny Brew BOGO was still 30 BV. Like it was still really good BV. So that's always an option. Like, and of course we still have 7 days or 6 days now left of the month. Like we don't know if they're going to come out with anything. Like we just don't know. So we did it the last few days of the month. And that brought in a ton of API orders. And then like for me, I know it restarted 2 of my girls back from when I first started in February. They restarted their auto ships and got 100 something plus BV. So those helped out for 400 boxes. And, it just helped out overall volume. But you just really want to get your girls going for double promotions. Like what I had did was I had all of my girls' charts together, and I had their next rank promotion, and then I had their number, like how many DTs, how much BV they needed, and then I had their double promotion. So if they were a DT, I had their executive and ruby out. If they were a ruby, I had emerald and diamond out. And I had the number for that double promotion, and I had that double promotion on top, because that's the one that I was telling them, hey, let's go emerald. Let's double promote to emerald. Let's double promote to whatever that rank was. So every time they get an LC, which we shout out every single time in our message groups, got an LC 84 BV, and that hyped everybody up too, because you've got to get that excitement up. I would reach out to that person, hey, you only need 400 BV until you get to emerald, until you double promote. I was constantly, I guess, casting that vision for them, which last month I didn't see it, that's what it was, but that's what it was. I was believing in them that they could hit that double promotion. And that's why we had so many people hit that double promotion, because some people just don't have that in them. They don't think, oh, I can double promote this month. So I was telling them, I think you can double promote, because I did. With the way we were doing host to post and getting our mass amounts of host to post up a day, I knew they could. So Connect app is always a good thing to do.
Lacey.
So I actually think it's just really the fortunes and the follow-up. And I didn't understand this. We've always been really big on follow-up, because I am so forgetful, just in general. So, but it really hit me last week. We were at the beach, and I was on the Kendra Scott website, and I was just shopping, and I had a whole bunch of things in my cart, and then I got distracted and I forgot to check out. Y'all, Kendra Scott emailed me every single day for 5 days in a row. And I'm and we are scared to ask people one time, hey, do you still want this? Because you told me you did. 5 freaking days in a row. They're hey, you forgot something in your cart. Hey, your cart's about to expire. I think the 3rd or 4th day, they're here's 10% off. Come finish your cart. And I'm yo, I know we all got emails like that. Anytime you say, yes, I want something, Facebook or any internet is just creepy. And we're oh no, I don't want to ask them again. They said yes, but then they must have changed their mind. No, don't assume that. They probably just forgot, because I forget everything. I just started wearing glasses. I forgot to put them on one day just because. So, don't be scared to reach out and be hey, were you still interested? My favorite message is especially if I'm sending the steps, or I've told them already how to order. The next day I'm hey girl, did you order? Because it's not in the system, and I'm hoping that it's not lost. They're oh no, I didn't. Something super simple, just reminds them. And then we started doing, I think most of our teams now doing it also, happy birthdays in Messenger. It's like really good for like you not to get blocked if you're sending lots of messages, because most of the time people are going to respond back with thank you usually, and if they don't, I unfriend them because that's just mean. So it starts conversations in your Messenger, which like makes Facebook happy. And especially if like we've already talked before and I'll message them happy birthday, it's like another little reminder, like, oh no, we had talked about something, like, are you still interested, type of thing. So just following up with people is like massive, I think.
I love that. So following up the next day, obviously, but then do you have like a limit, or do you have a method? Do you follow up for so many days in a row and then put them on a list for the next week, or how do you
Yeah.
handle that?
Right. Unless they've told me like another date, or like if they'll say, I have to wait until payday, I'm like, okay, when's that? I can mark you down. So that's usually how I do it. And then anytime that there's like a promotion, like a BOGO or something, I'll use that to kind of be like, oh my God, guess what? Like it's on sale right now. Like now is literally the best time to get your order in. And then if we have like last month we were pushing for promotions. So we did like a follow-up with like a free gift or something. So we use any little thing to follow up with, especially at the end of the month. So we write out credentials on the back of our Steps of Success papers. So it's all there and it's quick access.
Perfect. How many because obviously these promotions, triple and presidential, are big promotions. So how many customers, you guys are talking about slimming down, but how many customers and distributors did each of you enroll last month?
So I signed 8 distributors and 56 customers.
Okay.
I think I had 5 distributors and 52 customers.
Okay. Awesome. Strong work. You guys, what questions do you guys have for them? Will you drop them in the comments? Because I want to make sure that if there's anything that you guys want them to cover. What I love more than anything, Tessie and Lacey, is that you guys have been in for really a short amount of time. I've been doing this for 4 years. Brienne, who's on here, has been doing this for 8 years. And we're doing the same things. Our teams are doing the exact same things. We're focused on host to post. We're swimming down. We're journaling, like so much confirmation and conviction behind that. Okay, so what host posts do you all use? Okay, now they're really, oh, thank you, Tessie. Yes, so Tessie's using TFX. Lacey, is that your go-to also?
Yep.
Here's a question that I get asked this a lot, and I feel like a lot of newer people feel like they need to mix up their host to post quite a bit. Do you guys do you do distributor host to post as well? And then do you do mostly TFX, or do you mix it up with some other products too?
So last month I did, I kind of stuck to what Amy Spence does, like the 2 to 3 giveaway, the 2 to 3 distributor. And then I would do like 6 or 7 of the Thermophyte X. Last month I did do for like probably half the month, if not a little bit more. I did do a cleanse one. And personally, I didn't get customers off the spot from it like I do Thermophyte X. But whenever they would order from that, if it was somebody that would order, that would comment on the cleanse script, they would get the cleanse and the coffee because they saw my post, because they were then in my network. So they saw my post. So they would get, they would message me about the coffee, and then I'd upsell them with the cleanse. And we had already talked about the cleanse because they were from host to post. So, but I switched back to Thermophyte X because I feel like I could just get customers quicker with Thermophyte X. And then I'm still upselling the cleanse before they check out anyway,
Yes, 100%. I feel the same way. Lacey, what about you?
So I have really good hair, skin, and nail and collagen results. So I use also a hair, skin, and nails host to post, and then I throw in my before and after. So that's like another piece of like amazing advice is you need to get personal results for some type of product, preferably 2. That way you can upsell. Because every time I try, like I will sell hair, skin, and nails all day long, and I try and personally upsell with collagen because that's what I used. Whenever it was on the pick two, I stopped upselling because it was like 3 BB less, and I was like, I need all the BB. So but then, or like I would switch it to like the super reds or something. Like I'll try and partner products all the time. So definitely get personal results and then use those, like throw them in your conversations, be like, these are my personal results. Like I'm also down 33 pounds. So I have results with that too. So I think that really helps because you like, I use these products. I love them. You can tell them that like they don't make you jittery, like all kind of stuff. So definitely getting personal product reviews.
Love that. Okay, Skylar asked, how do you keep yourself motivated when you have a really tough day or week?
All the books. All the books. So I wake up, we do power hours at 6:30 every morning. So I'll wake up at like, sometimes, you know, during quarantine now, it's like I'm crawling out of bed at 6:15. Hopping on power hours, and then after power hour, thankfully my kids sleep till 9, 10, 11 o'clock, so then I can do my self-development after. So I'm listening to Stephen Furtick, or I'm like, of course I always read my day in this book. I also have the Success Commandments that I read. I didn't really finish. I'm almost done with it. Jesus Calling. Like I need Jesus. Okay. Because sometimes, let's face it, if you wake up and you open your messenger and you have teammates that are upset or discouraged, or you have customers that are discouraged because it happens, like that's going to put you in a negative place, and you can't be in a negative place that early in the morning. So like whatever it is for you. So of course, like when school was a thing, you know, I was waking up at 5:30 and doing my self-development, because after 6:30 power hours, I was getting my daughter to school. So I didn't have time to do it right after. And I didn't want to wait until I got home at 8:15 because that was just too late in the day and I already felt behind. So you don't want to feel behind. So you want to wake up early. Can you start waking up 20 minutes early? That's not, you know, it's not a big thing. Don't wake up an hour early if you're not like a morning person. Start small. Start with 20 minutes. Wake up and find a search Stephen Furtick, and they have like, they have hour-long ones. They have 20-minute ones, like, you know, whatever it is. Start with the small ones and listen to that. Or, you know, get you a good book, like whatever it is that you feel like you're struggling in, or whatever you need, like, you know, whatever you're discouraged for, find you something that you can relate to in that book so that you can finish it. Or on Audible, my first book was Go for No. Kelly was like, Tessie, are you doing self-development? And I was like, no, self-development. Like, I think I'm okay. So Go for No is like literally an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long, listening to it. And I listened to that, and that literally changed everything for me too. And that was the first book. But you just got to get good coming in if you want good coming out. So wake up, do self-development, listen to worship music, you know, throughout the day, whenever you're feeling discouraged, like whatever it is, but you've got to get good filling up your cup so that you can stay positive, keep the negative out, and just go from there.
I love it. Lacey, do you have anything to add in that?
I would also say, like, I have really good like sideline sisters that I turn to, because it's not super fun to like talk down to your downlines about how you're discouraged. And then usually like Tessie's we're also sisters, but like I just didn't want to go to her because I knew she had a lot of other things too. So like I have a sideline sister who's not on my team. She's nowhere on my charts at all. And I will call each other and be like, okay, sis, like bad day, like drama for your mama, like all this stuff. So, I mean, I went like ugly cried to her one day. I was just like, I can't do it. Oh my God, FaceTiming each other. It was awful. And like, I didn't tell Tessie or Valerie about like how bad my day was until like maybe the next day. Like I was just like very much overwhelmed. So, I mean, you do have to take care of yourself. So find something that allows you to do that still in a healthy manner. Going down to your downline and being like, oh my God, nothing's working. Like that's no, ma'am, that's unacceptable. Because then they're going to think that that's okay. Like it's not really okay, but you do have to have someone that can listen to you, but someone who like also is going to like snap your butt back into gear. Like, okay, yes, give yourself some grace. And then now like put your big girl panties on and let's go.
Promotion pants is what told us today. Promotion pants. Put your promotion pants on. Okay. I love everything you guys have shared. Anybody have any more questions? Because I told them that this would be short and I feel like they've shared a lot of good nuggets, and I was looking at the questions and I think we got all of them. Oh, okay. So you gave the example of with host to post, with you guys really drilled into that, and you had people who were, maybe one day they got up 7 but they were all sharing them in the chat. How did you get, because I think someone was asking, like, if you're struggling to get your 10 up, like what's your advice there? Or maybe also from a leadership perspective, how do you approach that? Do you have your new people start with like 3 to 5 and build up from there? Or how do you approach introducing that to new people? Does that make sense?
So one thing I started doing with my newbies last month was having them obviously post the giveaway on their wall, and then and it's what I did last month that worked for me at the beginning of the month, and literally I couldn't keep up. I was having 2 to 3 people post the giveaway for me a day, and we were all getting over 180 comments, and at the end of the month I was like, I can't do this anymore. And my husband was like, okay, so what host to post did you just send that girl? And I was like, a giveaway. And he was like, why are you doing that to yourself? Stop. So I kind of cut it off and had everybody just post the product, and now I'm like still kicking myself for it because sometimes I'm struggling to get 10 up. But what I'm doing is making sure I'm adding to my network every single day. And then for like my newbies, I'll have them post their first 10 people that will post for them, have them all post the giveaway, and do that until it blows up. And that's what I've been doing. So this month I've been kind of struggling too with getting 10 up every day. So like yesterday, all my people, I had 9 giveaway posts up, and they all got like 30 or 40 comments. So I'm going to, again, turn around and get more than just the 2 to 3 up until you get that overwhelmed feeling. Have them post the giveaway. Yes, that doesn't get you an immediate customer from it. It's growing your network, and they're going to see your consistent post you're posting every day, right? And then you're just making your phone blow up. And once it blows up, once you have one person get over 75 or 100 comments, work it from there. Okay, 2 to 3 get distributor. What I do is 1,000, if they have 1,000 friends and they would be somebody that I would want to join my team, I give them a distributor post. If they have less than 1,000 friends, they get a product post. And then if they have more than 2,000 friends, I give them the giveaway post, because most likely they're going to get over 75 comments on it. And I'm doing that 2 to 3 DTs, 6 to 7 products, 2 to 3 giveaways on that one person's post. And guess what? There was over 100 comments on it. So I'm going again. Okay, 6 to 7 more. I've got to find 6 to 7 more people to do the Thermoplate X for me. 2 to 3 to do the giveaway. 2 to 3 to get the DT post up. And you just keep doing the giveaway until it literally blows your phone up. And then you'll never have a problem again. You'll keep working off of those posts every single day.
Love it. Okay, last question I have for you guys, because this is the last month of the more bonuses, and we know that because Mark told us, right? So what was your you made a decision, but like you said, you hung out at Double for a while, you were maintaining, and you were comfortable there. So what made you, because you guys haven't been in this business very long, and I went triple 3 years in. So what made you decide? Because I think so often triple especially is like, it's so much of it's mindset, in my opinion, just because it's a glass ceiling thing and people have never made that much money. And so they think like, why do I need to do that? Right. So can you describe what that decision was, or what that moment was, or what that felt like mindset wise, manifestation, vision? What was it?
So for me, it kind of started back in like November, December. Like in January, in June and July, they had like, if you joined, whoever new distributors that joined had 4 months to go diamond. Well, 2 of our girls joined and got those bonuses, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm so excited for them. Don't get me wrong, I'm so excited for them, but I want a bonus. And there was no bonuses for us. So come January, when bonuses came out, that's when I was like, okay, well, yeah, let's go triple. And that's all I said was, let's go triple. Same thing in February. I was like, okay, conference pass, we're going to go triple now. Everybody says once you go to conference, you promote. But for me, it was like, I don't know. That's just what was in my head. I didn't put I didn't put any extra effort into it. I was just like, okay, I went to conference. Where's triple at? Like, give it to me, you know? And then in March, I was like, okay, we're going triple this month. Like, let's do it. And it didn't happen in March. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, I promoted to double diamond in 3 months last year and brought my husband's account to diamond. Why can I not promote to triple diamond? Like, you know, what is it? Well, whenever they extended bonuses and said it was the last month, I was like, I am not getting a bonus this year. Like, I got bonuses last year. I want a bonus this year. Like, yeah, I'll take a promotion to triple without a bonus any day because it's an awesome income. But my team's ready, and I just had signs from them. Like, we had girls excited that had been with us for months that were never excited before. We had new girls coming in that wanted to go ruby so that they can go diamond the next month. Like, there was just so much excitement, and I was like, you know what, it's the last month and I want this bonus. Like, my bonuses from last year had fell off in March, so I had March with no bonus, and I was like, I want a bonus on my check. I don't like this no bonus, right? So for me, that was it. Like, I wanted a bonus on my check. Like, and I wanted all of my girls promoting. So if we had goals of everybody double promoting and everybody deciding, and that's what it was. We had girls on a Zoom that I was like, okay, you did great last week. Tell us, how did you sign these LCs? And they were like, I just decided. And listening to our girls say, we decided, I was like, okay, they're pushing, like, they want this. And if we're not going to be here to lead them, who's going to do it? And how are they going to hit these promotions? Because they're not going to be able to do it without, you know, help. Like, yeah, you can do it by yourself, but it's so much better and funner and easier if you have a leader taking you there too. So I was like, if I back out now and I don't push for my own promotion, which helps them in the long run, like, okay, they can pass me up. Somebody can pass me up, you know, but it's like, why not all push together? And that's what we did. And we just, like, literally, we grabbed everybody's hands and we ran. And if they didn't want to run with us, like, we still asked them, we still wanted, like, let's do this together. But we ran with our runners that were ready to run with us. And that's really what we did. And it was just literally deciding, putting our head down, doing the work, reaching out to our teammates. Hey, this post worked for me. I signed an LC from it. Use it. Hey, I got 5 potentials from it. Here it is. Like, you know, and just sharing what we were doing that worked. That was really it. Like, there was just so much excitement. It was so much fun last month.
I love it. Lacey, what are your closing thoughts?
So I needed to get out of my own head. Like, I was kind of cocky a little bit, like, being with the diamond, and then, like, I went to conference because everyone's like, you gotta go to conference. So Tessie and I got our butts to conference, and we took 10 teammates with us. Like, we were a group of 10, and, like, everyone was like, oh my god, you have 10 girls with you? We're like, Kelly Brown said we needed to get to conference, so we got to conference. Like, I don't know why. What you mean, y'all have, like, what? So everyone was shocked that we got there, and, you know, we had 10 girls, and we were all local. I think all of them, yeah, were really from, like, the Lafayette area. And, you know, everyone's like, yeah, you'll double promote. Like, just go to conference. And I was like, okay. So I went as a diamond, and now I'm a triple diamond. So, like, it literally changes your business. Like, start saving now, get to conference. Because I'm sure we're going to hopefully have it, you know, post-quarantine. But I, again, was like, okay, well, this paycheck's really good. Like, I have 2 paychecks with both commas. Like, this is amazing. And then once I hit double diamond, I was like, okay, this leadership is like, I have a full-time job. We started doing quarantine. I was really swimming down a lot. And I was like, okay, I don't know, like, fierce, the devil, everything, all the things were coming in my head. And I was like, Kelly, I need help. Like, no one really on our upline has, like, a full-time job and was triple. And I was like, I don't know if it's possible. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to give up my full-time job. Excuse me, I work for the state. So I was like, I got really good benefits. I got insurance. So I was just like, all these things, like, all these negative thoughts, like, you can't do it. You won't be able to do it whenever you go back to work. Like, all these things. So Kelly put me in touch with another sideline sister, Stephanie, who is a triple and has a full-time job. And she was just like, you can do this. So, like, I got out of my head. I talked with her for like an hour and a half. Again, someone who was not on my team, like, really didn't have to talk to me. So I just thought that was amazing. Like, what other company, like, no other company or business or job, like, wants every single person to succeed. Like, it's not like you're taking anyone's job. Like, you don't have any competition. Like, everyone literally loves you. So once I realized that, and I was like, okay, started reading all the books and doing all the things and praying out loud, and then it just happened. Like, our team got excited. I was excited, but you had to get like out your head, or I did at least. I was like, okay, maybe I can do it. And then whenever I did, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can do it again. Let's go.
I love that. And I preach that all the time, mindset and getting out of your own way and the decision piece. Like, that is so true. Cause it's like, what ultimately happens when you sign a customer? You know what I mean? Like, yes, you put up the post. Yes, you put up the host to post. They're interested, but like, you decide that they're going to enroll and then you do it. That's really that simple. So I cannot thank you ladies enough. Like, I so appreciate you guys coming on here on Memorial Day and sharing your light and your excitement with all of us. I know that so much of our team that's not on here is going to be excited that I recorded, and I just can't thank you guys enough. And I really hope, like Lacey said, that I get to meet you guys in person at an event in the near future.
Right.
And Lacey, Courtney and I are really excited to be celebrating Presidential Diamond with you this month. So we're going with you. So we're excited. Anyways, but thank you ladies so much. Seriously, I appreciate it more.
You're welcome. It was so fun.
Welcome. Yes, we can't wait to meet everyone and give lots of hugs, because I don't know, after this quarantine, I'm like not ever missing an event. Like, sign me up for all of them.
I'm going to every single one.
Yes. I told someone the other day, I said, I don't know where the next event's going to be or when, but I can tell you that I will drive. I don't care where it is. I will drive wherever it is. And I'm in Kansas City, so I'm kind of in the middle of, which I guess is kind of good, but possibly really far potentially. So we'll see. But thank you ladies so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Good luck